Yes, so I guess I am live. Hello, everyone. Excellent. Yeah, so I guess I'm live and I'm being heard. I can see the comments as well. Okay. Hello, welcome, everyone. Hi, Yumika. Welcome. Hi, Bhavna. Nice to see you all. Okay, so we are talking today about food. Food is very important. Food is what we think of first thing in the morning. That's what we plan for our day. And food is important for our overall health and well being. The food we eat not only impacts our physical health, but it also has an impact on our mind and our spirit. Very, very important to look and understand at what we eat. We must look after ourselves very well. Now, see, there's a saying that a calm mind, calm and composed mind, a peaceful mind leads naturally to healthy living. And we are what we eat. We are what we eat. So the food that we consume is plays a very vital and important role in our health and mental well-being. Now, overall, our health is not only related to what we eat. It is it is a combination of our mind, body, and spirit. Remember, mind, body, and spirit, the three of them work together to provide to create a harmony in our health and well-being. So we have to take care of all these three aspects, not just the food we eat, but also we have to take care of our minds. Now the food we eat impacts our minds and vice versa. So it's very important that we look at well-being and health and food from a little higher perspective, not just having a balanced diet, or I'm eating this, oh, this is healthy, so I will eat that. No, we have to look at our well-being from the perspective of our mind, body, and spirit. So let us first understand mind is man hi bigade, man hi savare. There's a saying. So mind is a destroyer, mind is a creator. Very important, especially in these times. Look after our mind. So what can we do with that? First of all, meditation. A little bit of meditation. If meditation is not really possible, then just deep breathing. Just sit down in one place quietly, calmly, and do some deep breathing. Uh, if that's not possible, spend time with positive friends who are encouraging, family, and be happy. Have a good laughter session, or just read something nice. So this is how we take care of our minds. Our body, basically body, how do we do that? Right eating and the right exercise. So right eating is what we are going to be discussing about today. And then of course there is a spirit, the atma. So yeah, so there is Adhyatma, retrospection. You can say Swadhyay. If that's not possible, just reflecting, taking a moment every day in the morning and reflecting on your thoughts. How are your emotions? How are you feeling today? And if something's not right, then definitely the change has to be made in the food you're eating. Definitely, it has an impact. Uh, if all this is not possible, then just listen to good music. Music of Mozart, some sitar, flute. We have our wonderful masters in India. We have lovely music, soulful music, and deep breathing. So, all this helps in our day to day life. Now, we are going to mostly talk about the food we eat. Now, let us understand first how we eat. See, basically, there are three types of eating habits. One is social eating. You're eating because you get together with friends, and then there is this social conditioning that everything revolves around food. So that is social eating. We've gone somewhere, well, that is quite in control nowadays, but still you go somewhere, so there is this tradition of chevra or chai and fried pakoras, so you end up eating all this. uh, Very important to break this habit. Can we sometimes say, okay, let's meet over a cup of herbal tea? Yeah, so social eating is one form. Second is habitual eating. Habitual eating is something you don't need. You don't need to eat, but it's a habit. You're having tea, so two biscuits, dip and eat. So this is an habit created since probably childhood because of probably your environment or whatever, or that's something you've been doing for many years. So very important to break free from habitual eating. Understand why are you eating, why are you eating something? Is it necessary? Are you hungry, or is it just a habit? Now the third kind of eating, very important, very important, understand, emotional eating. So you're, why are you eating? You're feeling low, so we naturally go in for foods that probably boost a feeling good factor, like carbohydrates or ice cream or sugar. What it does is basically the sugar, sugar doesn't pass through the digestive system, it directly goes into the blood, so there's a feeling of feel good. But now that feeling lasts only for some time, 10-15 minutes. After 10-15 minutes, you're back to normal. So this is emotional eating. It kind of diverts your mind from situations or emotions or thoughts you don't want to deal with. Very important. Understand why we eat. Yeah, so think about it, think about what I'm saying, because a lot of our wrong eating comes from these three: social eating, habitual eating, and emotional eating. So if we really have to move to healthy eating, it's very important to understand this and probably break free from these habits. Now, let us understand what is sattvic. We are mainly talking about sattvic diet today. Sattvic diet, the right kind of diet, what the kind of diet that will help you uh, for your overall well-being and health. Can you all hear me? Hello. If it's so, yeah, perfect. So now sattvic diet. Sattvic is derived from the Sanskrit word sattva. Sattva means anything that is pure, natural. Great, great. Thank you, Dina. Yes, Raksha. Thank you so much. Uh, so I was talking about three types of eating. The reason is, before we move on to what is the right thing to eat, we must understand why we eat and what we need to break free from. So there are three, I'll quickly go through it again. There are three types of eating. One is social eating. Second is habitual eating. You're just eating because it's a habit. You don't really need those things. Third is emotional eating. Very dangerous. This is where most people probably suffer from. Is they don't understand what's happening and they just go for something to eat because that's the best thing to do. So we need to break this free from all these three types of eating. Now, what do we eat? Sattvic. What is sattvic? Sattvic is derived from a Sanskrit word sattva. Sattva means anything that is pure, natural, vital, energetic, clean, conscious, strong, pure. So basically, sattvic food is life-giving food, the food that increases the life force energy in our body, the food that gives us that ojas, the tej, the glow, the vibrancy. When I say vibrancy, it does not mean hyperactive, vibrant, but grounded, in a grounded way. Sattvic food is nourishing food that rejuvenates the body from the inside out. It radiates from the inside out. Now, the other types of foods that we eat, I mean, our diet mostly comprises of Rajasic food. Rajasic, basically, Rajasic qualities are related to activity. Heavy foods, oily foods, heavy carbs, uh, um, too much little extra quantity of food. Uh, all this comes under Rajasic. When the intake of Rajasic foods are excess, you will find a little bit of anger, irritation, hyperactivity, hypertension, in extreme cases, rebellious attitude. So these are Rajasic food. We will go in detail with each type of food, but I'm just explaining how food is categorized and how we should select our food. Then the third category we have is tamasic. Tamasic is basically meat, eggs. Also, tamasic food is old food. You can food that is left over from the previous day can sometimes go tamasic. Undercooked food, overcooked food, uh, decaying food, all these come under tamasic. Why tamasic? These are foods that leave toxins in our body. They create, I mean, they are full of toxins. We are taking in this, and you can imagine what it does to our system. So garlic and onion are considered to be tamasic because they create agitation in mind. So they have been categorized in the text of Ayurveda as tamasic food. These kind of foods actually create aggravation in the body, agitation, anxiety. It also is harmful physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So these are the foods that we have to keep at a minimum. Now, the peace that we feel when we are meditating, or when we are just in that state of calmness or a well-being or contentment, that peace you feel when you have eaten freshly cooked meal, that is sattvic. That means sattva. So sattva or sattvic lifestyle is our ahar, vihar, and good sleep. Ahar is basically our diet, the food. Vihar is living in alignment with the nature. We follow the laws of nature. We do not try to go against it. Let us follow the laws of nature and live accordingly. And good sleep. Good sleep is the right amount of sleep. Excess sleep can be tamasic. So, just the right amount of sleep, a sleep where you wake up feeling fresh. Now, all these things actually create a well-being and a good health. So that all this together, when we say that we are in perfect health and harmony. Now again, I'll repeat once more quickly before we move on to the right sattvic foods. Sattvic is purity, health, harmony, and well-being. Rajasic is stress, anger, activity. Rajasic also is important because it relates to activity. It's just that we have to have it in moderation. Tamasic, dullness, laziness, lethargy, and causing toxins or diseases in the body. The foods we eat impact our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Diet plays an important role towards our wellness. So we must approach food and well-being from a higher perspective. Uh, food that we eat should definitely be revered, prepared with utmost care, prepared with love. Make sure there is music, good music, or good thoughts when we are preparing that food, because that food is going to carry on those energies further. Sattvic diet now. Sattvic diet is basically a pure vegetarian fresh diet. It composes of fresh fruits, ample of fresh vegetables, green leafy vegetables, whole grains, whole grains. Now, let us understand one thing. Anything basically that has vital life force energy, anything that has life in it. Now, for example, moong. You just throw some moong seeds into the ground, they will start sprouting. So that is basically what I mean, is it is full of life force energy. Now that life force energy is going to be transferred into our system. So basically we are what we eat. Remember that always. Remember, whenever you go for any kind of food, we are what we eat. So whole grains, pulses, sprouts, dried nuts, seeds, honey, fresh herbs, milk and dairy. But milk and dairy products that are free from Rene or any other additions to it, uh, very, this constitutes to a nice sattvic diet. Whereas foods like carbohydrates, which are also essential, but I'll tell you exactly how we are going to further on. I'll tell you exactly how much and what we should eat. Now, heavy carbohydrates, uh, potatoes, etc., they come under rajasic food. The very heavy foods, rich foods, oil, fried, all this comes under Rajasic food. That is also necessary because it's important for activity, but in moderation. In moderation, they are beneficial. So, the sattvic foods, coming back to sattvic foods, vegetarian, fruits, fresh vegetables, whole grains, pulses, sprouts, dried nuts, seeds, honey, fresh herbs. Herbs also not only give a flavor and taste, herbs and certain spices, but also they have their own healing properties. So excellent to use as much as herbs in your cooking. If you can see, I have lots of herbs here. Rosemary. I'll not go into detail, but try and use these herbs as much as possible. We have basil, we have oregano there. So try and use these herbs. We have ginger, galangal, which is another form of ginger. Try and use as much. We have thyme. How amazing. Can you imagine all these flavors going into our food? Um, these foods raise our sattva. They raise our sattva, they raise our life force energy. They are excellent for our digestive system because they are easy on the stomach and very important for health and well-being. But just eating sattvic food and consuming sattvic food is not enough. It is important that this food is made with love, eaten with a calm mind, eaten with love and gratitude, with mindfulness, and that's when it benefits the most. Hi, Charu. Hi, Mom. Nice to see all of you all here. Okay, Sattvic diet. I have seen now a lot of people. There is so much on the internet now. There are so many different diet programs going on. You wonder what to do, what not to do. You know what? Look no further. There is something called what our moms have taught us as we were growing up. Go back there. That's where you'll get your answers. That's where I am really grateful to my mom for imbibing wonderful eating habits, eating all the greens, eating hot food. We have never remember, I don't remember a single day where we've had anything from the fridge. We've never had any cravings to go to the restaurants because everything was made wonderfully at home. So I'm very grateful to my mom, my first teacher. Yeah, so there is so much on the internet nowadays going on. There is like, for example, cucumber, very sattvic, yes, but there is this cucumber infused water that was like really an in thing, so called. Yeah, so you take water, you infuse cucumber in it, you chop your oranges. Now that would be okay for most, but anyone with a cough prakriti who has congestion, nose and throat, what will happen is it's going to trigger that. Yeah, so sattvic food is right, but it is also to be eaten at the right time of the day, in the right season. So fruits are sattvic, yes, but if you're going to eat fruits which are not in season, which are not in, well, not seasonal, definitely this is something we were really taught from childhood: eat seasonal fruits and vegetables. When you eat something out of season, it's definitely not going to benefit you. Okay, fruits, another thing. Fruits are very, very, very sattvic, right? Very full of vitamins. But if you're going to mix them all, make a fruit salad. So that is something I have seen very popular in a lot of families: fruit salad. It's going to now become a bit toxic because one fruit may destroy enzymes in our system that are required to digest another type of fruit. So do not combine the fruit. The same sattvic thing can become toxic to our body. So very important, eat one fruit in a day, one fruit at a time. So if you're eating papaya, then eat papaya today and that's it. Tomorrow, go for banana. Day after, go for another fruit. So please, even healthy things eaten in moderation, then it is sattvic. If sattvic things eaten in out of, I mean, too much also not good, too little also not good. So understand what we are eating, why we are eating. Yeah. So there was this thing I was talking about, herbal infusions where they put in cucumber and that. So I have a wonderful solution. This is warm water infused with herbs and spices. So I have put in basil, tulsi, I've put in lemongrass. There is ginger pieces here, ginger pieces. There is there are cloves, and I have put in some oregano as well. Oregano is a wonderful herb with a lot of healing properties. It is similar to the family of ajwain. So this water tastes lovely. You can put it in, you can drink it hot. It's put it in a thermos. I just wanted to show it to you all. So can you see? There's chopped ginger. You can put in ginger juice and drink this the whole day. Excellent for detox. Please do not use fruits and vegetables into infusing your water. Another thing you can do is infuse flowers. There are a lot of healing flowers like chamomile. There are a lot of jasmine, marigolds, rose petals. Infuse that in warm water and drink that water. I have put in cloves as well, and ginger juice as well. So yes, enjoy these kind of drinks. Another thing very, very good and which is really in is turmeric latte. Turmeric latte is fashionable now, but I think in India it is a part of our culture. We've grown up drinking this haldi milk. Very, very good. So can you try to replace your tea or coffee 2 times a week to start with haldi milk. Yeah, just it's a start somewhere. Some people say, oh, we are vegan. Vegan thing is really in right now, and we don't want to drink milk. Yes, milk is excellent, but it does depend on its source, where it comes from. Yeah. So this my favorite tea time chat with my friends when they come over, turmeric water. So basically this water has everything in it. I have also put in cloves and tea masala and honey. My turmeric latte has jaggery in it. Yes, a little bit of jaggery. Now you can also make lovely mixture from flowers here. There is rose petals, there are some dry fruits. I put this in hot water, have this. The reason I'm showing you all these different infusions is this is an excellent way to curb your cravings, your false cravings at wrong times. Now, sattvic food, coming back to sattvic food and cravings, very important to understand the right times. Okay, let me just explain about the right combinations of food. Sattvic foods are very good, whole grains are excellent, but there are some rules in eating. If you follow, I will not be able to go through all of them as there are time constraints. But quickly, let me tell you, eating at the right times. Only 2 meals. Make sure 2 meals a day are grains. One meal has to be very sattvic, either a fruits and dry fruit and probably turmeric latte or turmeric water or ABC juice. Here, mom. Hi, Devika. So turmeric latte is actually very delicious if it's made with care. We love it. All my friends love it. When they come home, this is our favorite drink. Yeah. Now, eating at the right time, very important. Do not eat a meal, the next meal, before you are hungry. Make sure there is enough gap between the 2 meals. So there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now make sure from breakfast, lunch, and dinner only 2 meals. This is a very good. These are good tips for maintaining your weight. Make sure only 2 meals are grains. Do not eat 3 meals of anaj. Yeah, 3 anaj. Not a good idea. One meal has to be completely sattvic. One fruit, maybe a juice, some nuts, and banana. If you are used to having a heavy breakfast, then have a heavy breakfast, but give it a break for lunch. Just have a fruit or something. In between, you can have all these wonderful herbal infusions. There's flower infusions. We have herb infusions in between. Yeah. Thirdly, maybe for kids it's okay to have a whole meal like dal, chawal, roti, sabji. But once we cross 35 or 40, it's very important. या फिर चावल खाओ या roti khao. So yeah, I have definitely cut down. I have only one grain in my meal. I do not mix 2 grains. Either I eat roti or I eat chawal. So roti dal sabji is an excellent combination, and chawal and sabji is a good combination. So it's either rice or roti. Do not, because now that also depends on your activity. Yeah, it's if our activity levels are excellent, we have more physical work that we are doing, we are running around, walking enough, then it's perfectly okay to have like 2 or 3 grains, but do not mix 2 grains in one meal. Make sure you have only one grain at a time. Have whole grains. Whole grains, I told you the reason is anything that you throw into the seeds, into the soil, and it sprouts. Excellent. You know that is an excellent grain for you to eat. Most grains are good to have. The smaller beans, are always easier to digest, like the mung beans, but the red beans, kidney beans are definitely acidic, so we keep that to the minimum. Thirdly, food should be eaten warm, preferably cooked freshly. Eat only when the previous food is digested from our system. Wrong combinations like eating two grains in the same meal, uh, like for example, carbohydrate and tomatoes. Together, they are not a very good combination. Thank you for uh, because tomatoes are acidic, they destroy certain enzymes in the system which are needed to digest the carbohydrates. So sometimes, if this is now for those whose digestive systems are weak, make sure do not combine these two meals together. Not combine, of course, things like dairy and grains. Do not have dairy in your meal if your digestive system is weak, or your activity level is low. Try to eat dairy in between, like say 4 o'clock. You can have your chash or your milk, but do not have it with your meals. Can you put lemon in the infusions? Yes. Now, the reason I did not show lemon is because lemon is, you see, now everybody, not one rule applies to everyone. Everybody has a different dosha. When you say dosha, it is basically the body constitution. Everyone has a different constitution. There are people with Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. So it may suit some and may not suit some. What I suggest is you put lemon and see if it goes well with your system. How do you feel with whatever you have eaten? Does it? Do you feel more energetic? Do you feel more alert? Mindfulness, sachetan, do you feel more lighter, like in the sense is not bloaty? Then definitely that thing suits you. So basically, you have to analyze for yourself. If something goes well with your system, you'll know instantly, you'll feel lighter. For me personally, I do not prefer to take lemon first thing in the morning. It doesn't go well with my system at all. And putting something acidic first thing in the morning, I don't prefer to do that. I just have a glass of warm water. If you do like to have lemon, then the right time to have it would be 4 or 5 in the evening, and have it with a cup of herbal infusion or herbal tea, or you can have it as a lemonade. So do try and let me know how it works for you. So basically, sattvic food is food that increases ayu, life, sattva, purity, bala, strength, stamina, arogya, health, sukha, happiness, and preeti, cheerfulness. Food is basically very sacred. Sattvic food is a food that will enhance your activity level, promote a calm mind, and creates a balanced flow of energy that will in turn nourish your soul. I cannot cover everything on right and wrong combinations of sattvic food today, but we will be uploading more videos on the same. We will keep you informed. Do log in. If you did find my video today, my session today informative, please like and leave a positive feedback. Sattvic food is nothing fancy. It is basically going back to basics, back to our roots, and everything is all herbal. Our remedies are in our kitchen, and food is our medicine. So right, eating is very important. Quickly, I'll conclude. We said there are basically 3 types of foods: sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. All 3 are important, but in a very moderate way. Sattvic food should be a major part of our diet. Rajasic food can be a small part. Like you can always make tasty foods over a weekend or alternate days, or try to make a change by fasting once a week. Fasting once a week with just moong and vegetables. With just moong and vegetables, that will really help. Ghee in small quantities, very important. Rice, never eat without ghee. Properties, now the ghee depends on constipation. Yes, so exactly, here I am, ghee. So haldi milk, warm haldi milk with some honey, and put in a spoonful of ghee at night. Drink before sleeping. Now what I do to my haldi milk is I have half water and half milk, so it makes it lighter. Drink that at night. Eat a lot of fiber, fruits and vegetables in your diet. Eat a lot of fiber, lot of make sure there is cabbage, valor, papri, lots of fiber food, fruits like I said, one meal should be just one fruit of in a day. Do not eat too many fruits or too much throughout the day. Sattvic things also, when eaten in a wrong way, can become toxic. Sprouted grains with lot of vegetables. One of my personal favorite is moong sprout chaat with lots of chutneys and lots of vegetables. Excellent. Yoga asanas. See, a good diet does not work on its own. Okay, and for a good health, you need good diet and enough exercise. Not too much, not too little, but good exercise. So there are some yoga asanas for constipation. There is Pavan Muktasan, knee bend. We have Vajrasan. Sit in Vajrasan for 5 to 10 minutes after meals, and then do some deep breathing or anulom vilom. Excellent. It will help ease your constipation. Drink chash but on empty stomach before meals, 1 hour before meals, because dahi does not combine well with all the foods. So best time to have chash, not very sour, is before meals. That will also help keep a healthy gut. That's natural probiotic. Fresh fruits. See, sprouted whole grains, even in our Indian culture, is a symbol of health, happiness, and prosperity. That is what we offer always, and we have. That is what when our any of our ceremonies, it starts with these whole grains. Fresh fruits. Fresh fruits are symbols of yes. So, what foods increase immunity? Here I am. Basically fresh fruits, vegetables, every vegetable. Like I remember mom telling us, if iron is low, eat tandarja bhaji, the terere, what you call terere in Kenya, tandarja bhaji. We used to make it in pure iron karai, and that helped us. Lots of fruits, ABC juice in the mornings with chia seeds. You can put in chia seeds and ginger. Put in ginger ABC juice and have that. Even fresh fruits in our culture, it symbolizes generosity and spirituality. And most fruits are safe. Most fruits are safe for everyone to eat if they are eaten at the right time and the right season. Avocados and tomatoes, they are considered a bit rajasic. So, yeah, please eat in moderation. Nuts are excellent. Nuts and seed oils. Seed, basically cold pressed oils. These are sattvic. Most oils should be actually eaten raw. Almond oil, flaxseed oil, these should be, olive oil can be used as salad dressings. But if you want to cook, then ghee, coconut oil, sesame oil, excellent. See, immunity basically, what happens is you can eat all the foods to improve your immunity. But if your digestion is not good, basic digestion, the pachan shakti, the agni, the pachan agni, if that is not good, then our system will not absorb those vitamins from those foods. So the first step to increase immunity is improve your digestion. The key to good health is good digestion. Good digestion comes with simple eating sattvic food. right? So again we are going back to sattvic food. Again, sattvic food, you will totally want to go for sattvic food if your mind is sattvic. So mind, body, spirit, all these three are interconnected. Hence, if you want to improve your immunity, you can eat the best food in the world, but if your digestion is not good, it's not going to help you. So make sure your digestion is good. So in order for your digestion to be good, it's important that you eat uh, in small amounts, not too much, not too little, the right foods at the right time, in the right season. Very important. Probably we'll have some this session, or if anybody has a question, they can always message me. I will answer. So basic immunity first, improve your digestion, eat fruits and vegetables. Uh, Herbal infusions, flower infusions, put this in hot water thermos. They are really delicious. They will also help those extra cravings. So this is excellent for those who want to watch their weight. Turmeric, turmeric tea with loads of ginger. There is chai masala here. You can put in cloves, you can put in fennel if you feel a lot of heat in the body, or if the pitta is high, then put fennel. So these herbs, spices, these help improve digestion. If the digestion is good, then you eat your fruits and vegetables. Your body will absorb the vitamins that will help to improve your immunity. Hope that answers well. Yeah, most oils are supposed to be eaten raw, except for you can cook in coconut oil, olive oil, coconut oil, ghee, or sesame oil. Most nuts, please understand, very sattvic nuts. But if you're going to roast them and cook them and salt them, you have destroyed most of the vitamins. Soaking them helps absorb the nuts, the vital vitamins in the nuts very well. Soaking them is the best way of having nuts. If you cook your seeds and nuts, you are destroying the vital elements in it which help increase immunity. So nuts and seeds, try to not cook them. Nuts, try to soak them and have them. Seeds, just have them, except for flaxseed, linseed. This is what I do. Flaxseed and linseed, roasting them actually helps release the immunity boosting components. Uh, yes, legumes, very important part of the diet. Eat legumes that are easy to digest. The minute you have had something that is heavy on your stomach, you are actually messing up your whole system. Food will be undigested. When food is not digested, undigested food becomes toxins in the body. That is harm, and that is what is going to cause all our health related issues. Again, it will not help your body absorb the vital vitamins from our food. Herbs and spices, okay, these foods may have nutritional benefits, but do not expect to receive the full benefit of it unless you have a holistic approach. With our well-being, it is very important to be in harmony with what we eat, what we drink, what we breathe. Yeah, and the kind of music we listen to, the kind of people who surround us, the kind of memories that surround us, all these things have an impact on our mind and ultimately our body, and vice versa. So very important that we work at all these three levels. Just eating healthy is not enough. um, Taking care of our minds is very important. Uh, One of the things I suggest is keep good pictures of good memories or good holidays, which make a positive feeling all around us. That do anything that uplifts our emotions. Yes, good food, sattvic food alone will not help us. It goes hand in hand with the right exercise, right yoga, in the right portion. Even exercises done in excess can become tamasic. can become tamasic. So the right amount of exercises, there can people who I know a lot of people who do lots of yoga, but if they are not going to eat sattvic, again it's not going to help them. So both are interrelated. Our exercise, our diet, the thoughts we think, mind, body, spirit, all these three in harmony with each other is what makes up of uh, overall sattvic way of life, overall well-being, and that urja, it gives that urja or tej to our life. And then we spread that around us. So hope you enjoyed this session. Um, any other questions anyone has? I'm going to conclude. Yes, eat the right foods, eat it at the right time, eat it in the right way. Take care of our mind. I gave you a few tips on that. Take care of our body, do the right exercise. Yes, and especially during these times, very important. Another way of taking care of our mind is taking up a hobby, any hobby, spending time with the family and friends, having a positive chat with the people who understand us, or just deep breathing. Close your eyes and do deep breathing. That also helps. Read good books. So, Sattvic thoughts, Sattvic reading, Sattvic music, basically everything constitutes to a Sattvic way of life. Yes, so I hope you all enjoyed. Take care. God bless you. Bye.